All right, guys. We should be very close to up. We're going to get all these streams going. We're going to do triple stream.
Control V.
Oh, you can't right-click paste? I got my computer turned off this week.
And the last one is yours. Go live.
Sweet. All right, so Facebook,
I'm gonna
YouTube.
Oh,
I'm going to watch my Facebook here.
okay. So as long as all these windows stay open,
We should be okay.
you should be okay.
Hey, my computer says 8 o'clock.
All right. You're live.
More than one place.
Am I public? Nice.
All right, YouTube Studio.
And we are live.
You're ahead of me. Other features.
That's because you're
stream
still using
now.
the beta of
the YouTube
Studio.
Studio. All right, today is not 5:27.
Let me actually grab that mouse just in case.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely use that our screen.
So we have a lot of streams going on right now.
By a lot, we mean one more than usual.
Yes. But they're all public this time, right?
I'm public.
Yep. So
My Facebook is private. It's for friends and friends of friends only.
okay. That's
That's
still more public than mine was last week.
Plenty public for me.
So his internet got upgraded, so we're streaming to one of his Facebook pages, my YouTube page, and his YouTube page.
I don't know how to get that live screen.
Oh,
On
we can
my
pull it up right
computer.
here. So we're trying to monitor everything on our TV, and for some reason I'm still not there. We might have a viewer though. Our first live viewer.
It might be me.
It could be you, actually. It probably is you.
I wonder if I do this. It'll just ruin everything.
Let's see. We've got both these windows up. Good, good, good. All right. So far, all our streams appear to be live. Yep. There we go. All right. Cool.
So
his internet got upgraded. And the audio is working.
Cool, sweet.
And it sounds pretty decent.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. But we're just getting started.
Yeah.
I am Jay, and I have a YouTube channel, Jmart Media, where I talk about programming and make instructional videos on programming.
I'm like him, but a bear, because it's J Cub. And I have Nephew Tech. See what I did there?
You planned that all week, didn't you?
Planned it all week. I have Nephew Tech. Videos will hopefully come some point 2019, 2020, 2021. We're still working on it.
Hopefully he'll have an avatar up as well. Which we'll be talking about avatars a little bit later from Facebook.
Yes, from Facebook. Yeah, but I do Nephew Tech, and then we're also streaming to my personal Facebook so that I'm never going to tell my friends otherwise. This is the only way, is to bombard you with a live video for an hour.
So here we go.
Live
You're welcome.
So, anyways, this is...
You can all see all of our links and stuff down there below.
Oh, yeah. There's a link in the description. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I don't want to bombard y'all again all the time.
Just weekly, every week,
Yeah, just
you know.
1 hour a week. That's all I ask of you. So did you tell them what Nephew Tech was? Or not Nephew Tech, Let's Tech About That is?
So Let's Tech About That is a weekly podcast that we're doing. We just started it up maybe, about 2 or 3 months ago.
So I just gave my friends a hard time with this. He called it a podcast also. There's definitely video.
There's video, but...
It's a vodcast.
It's a vodcast? I don't know if I've heard that word before.
Video on demand casting.
Okay, sure. Whatever you say. Works
Isn't
for
that what
me.
they call it?
That works for me. So this is our weekly vodcast.
There we go.
Where we tech about tech things and tech news and the different projects that we're working on, which I have actually a project that I haven't told you about yet.
Sweet.
Kind of it's a small project, but it could turn into something bigger.
Okay. I like that.
Go ahead.
I did pick up the home AI Arduino box. It fell off the counter.
It's actually a Raspberry Pi.
Oh, yeah.
It fell off onto the ground?
It fell off on the counter when I was
picked it up?
cutting PVC pipes, so I picked it back
Okay.
up. Otherwise, done nothing with it.
Yep. So it's been about
2
since the
months.
start of this vodcast
There you see.
that he
Google says it's a real word.
vodcast, another term for videocast. This is a live vodcast, okay?
Oh yeah.
So, next tier up.
Woo.
But anyway, yeah, we tech about tech things, and we tech about tech news, and we tech about projects.
Yeah.
We tech about that.
It's mostly about projects with a little bit of news.
Yeah, because the projects are the things that we're actually kind of passionate about, and
Yeah.
then the news is kind of everybody talks about the news, and
Yeah.
the
No
new
one-
stuff we pretty much throw together last minute.
Quite
Or
literal.
he throws together last minute. I didn't do anything this week.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
I read over some of his articles. So I'll go over some of the articles that we have. We've got Apple WWDC, which stands for...
Worldwide Developer Conference.
He came up with that on the
On the
fly,
spot.
and it was actually correct. That is what it stands for. And kind of the stuff that Apple's going to be rolling out, and we'll talk about our thoughts on that. We've got Minecraft Earth, which I haven't looked into very much, but
It just keeps getting worse so far.
I don't know. I thought it looked kind of cool.
Okay, I'll tell you my complaints on
Okay,
it.
Facebook avatars. Speaking of avatars, I think it's kind of cool, but maybe unnecessary. We'll see. Cameras behind screens. Okay, this is really nice. I think this will be...
You really like it.
Yeah, I really like it.
I'm going to be really negative this week.
I like it. We'll see where it goes. It's better than the Notch.
It's 10 times better than
Yes.
Notch.
So I'll be interested to see what you don't like about it. We've got Microsoft Remote Desktop Services. Basically a
thing that no one's ever used before, and now can have a worm in it.
so they can get into your
So,
computer.
This feature on your computer you don't use, Microsoft's telling you to update.
We've got Google DeepMind, which is talking about AI, specifically AI playing video games, which the AI that we're going to talk about is pretty good, but we'll discuss
See,
it
I
later.
really like this one.
It's interesting. Home AI fully private with Apple. Fully private, sure. Apple selling user data. The next topic after
Yep.
being private. Shh.
Apple's selling user data. They got caught.
And then tech giants versus the U.S. House, which deals with like monopolies and
Yep.
that kind of thing. And the government. Always good to talk about
Woo.
the government.
Thankfully, there's no debating in the government.
And this is our June Ford
For
live stream.
Yeah, it's
the
minus
third.
1 day.
Yeah. Ford minus 1 day. Ford. All right. So,
The WWDC.
the WWDC. This was Apple's conference, and I watched a 12-minute video that summarized... I watched a 12-minute video from The Verge, of all places, that summarized the, 2.5, 3 hour
You had like 2.5 hour video.
conference video. Okay.
It was terrible.
And there were a few things that I kind of laughed at. Let's see if we can, see if I can remember what they were.
So I can actually pull that video up, mute it, and
Okay.
then we can jump around it.
Mute it. So, let's see.
We're good.
I think we're both going to be kind of negative in this segment. Oh, mute it. So we can share his stream.
There you go.
As you can see, there's a lot of people attending.
At least 8.
At least 8 people. We've got, let's see. Oh, the first thing that I think I kind of laughed at was the dark theme.
So this dark
Dark
thing,
mode.
Yeah. It looks like they just ran invert colors, ignore images. I wonder if I could pull up a picture.
First off, the first image of their dark mode was just red mode. So I thought that was funny. But anyway, they got to the dark theme, and I think the biggest thing that we find so humorous about this dark theme is that Android has had this stuff forever.
Yeah,
Because Android is so customizable, and Apple is so far behind in that aspect.
I'm still a little surprised that it wasn't always a dark theme, and then phone manufacturers didn't just come out with a light theme with white backgrounds. Because everything about dark theme is better.
Yes.
There's 0 positives to light theme.
Yes. So, yeah, just like PowerPoint. Like, go dark theme with PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Like,
and the one big side
everything
to
should be.
dark theme is that with the OLED displays, if it's dark themed, you have more black background.
Yep,
Which is
saves your
A
battery.
lot more battery life.
Yeah.
Especially when you use apps like Facebook or Instagram that are all white background with
Yeah.
a little bit of text.
Yeah.
I guess not Instagram, that's photos, but
True,
Facebook,
but still, there's a lot
Twitter,
of
yeah.
white spots on there. wrong mouse.
Oh, I hope. Do we have desktop muted? Desktop audio mute.
Oof. Was
Sorry
that
about
bad
that.
audio?
No, we have my Facebook open, so every time someone Facebook messaged me,
Oh, it was dinging. Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
someone just got a whole lot of dings. Crap.
Well, anyway, so dark theme.
There
Yeah,
you
the
go.
big thing about this is that Android has had that forever. And let's see, what was the next thing I found kind of funny? There was, you can now move your icons around, and I think the next thing was widgets. So you can
Okay.
move your widgets around on your like home screen on your phone, which again, Android has had as long as I can remember.
For a very long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then icons, same thing. You can now drag your icons around on your home screen, which Android has had.
So with
Forever.
Apple, you could drag them around.
Okay.
But they would always auto align to the top left, so you couldn't have spaces.
Gotcha. Yeah, so what I have, and I can probably show you this. I don't know if you can see that. No, you can't. But
there's-
anyway, I have a blank line up at the top just so I can see kind of my background, and so it's nice and
Yeah.
dark theme. And then I've got
yeah,
a little
folder
folder with apps.
I have no
same
apps
thing,
on the top.
Up at the top, yeah.
because short thumbs, I can't reach that high.
True, yeah, and big screens, but yeah. But again, Android has had this as long as I can remember.
Yeah. Plenty long time.
So it seems like Apple's playing catch up with this event. And as far as I know, this whole iOS whatever still hasn't released yet. What is it, iOS 13?
Yeah, he put the name at the end. They moved it to like a ocean names now.
Oh, yes.
OS. I want to say I start with this Catalina.
Catalina, yes, which sounds awesome, by the way. Not judging their names. Although it's not very informative as to like what it actually includes.
Yeah.
But,
Like the
but it's a
aquatic-
cool name. It's a cool
like
word.
The Minecraft aquatic update. You knew what you were getting in it.
Yeah. Ocean stuff, lakes, streams.
The Minecraft village and pillage update. You kind of knew what you were getting in there.
Apple Catalina.
It's a word. It's a beautiful word.
So I think that was all the interesting things I thought about the iPhone. Was there anything else that stuck out to you about the iPhone specifically?
About the iPhone specifically,
Yeah.
they introduced their own variation of the Swift keyboard.
Yes.
You can now swipe on the Apple keyboard.
Yes. Oh, and there was another thing. So there's the, I guess, Photos app on the iPhone, which looked nice. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong. It looked very nice. I'll see if I can find it and give you a link or like a timeline. It looked very nice. Don't get me wrong about that at all. But the thing is, let's see if this is it. Yep. So it's like 623. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks very
I don't know
nice.
if we can I'll have to keep it mini screened.
So it looks nice. It's very smooth, and when you're scrolling down and stuff, it looked nice. It was flowing. See, like, it looks
Yeah.
nice. Don't get me wrong. I like that. But the thing is, I mean, you probably can do it on Apple, but for Android, a developer could build that app that looks just as nice and is just as functional.
In like 10 minutes?
Not in 10 minutes, maybe,
Oh.
but and just distribute it, and anyone could download it.
Huh.
So I don't really see an app like this necessarily being a big
A
thing.
selling point?
When someone could build that for Android and look nice. But don't get me wrong, I like the app, but I feel like they could have done it earlier, or someone on Android could build the same thing. The next thing is not about the iPhone, but is about the Mac.
Pro.
The Mac Pro. The newest Mac Pro.
Yeah. The cheese grater of computers.
Why do you call it the cheese grater?
From the looks of it.
Okay.
So I saw a bunch of posts on it. The new a lot of
It
people
does
are
look like
saying
a-
that
yeah,
it
it
looks
does
like
have a lot of
cheese
vents.
grater.
I can see that. Oh, yep, there it is. Oops, I just missed it. I can definitely see where they get that from then. Yep, right there. So 940.
940. We're good. You can switch over.
All right, let's look at this. Tell me this doesn't look like a cheese grater. That's a cheese grater right there.
Someone else posted a little more disgusting, like, so if you're eating dinner, sorry. It looks like the thing you use on the bottom of your feet to get the weird like the callus parts off.
The little egg thing that you scrape on the bottom of your feet, which is essentially a grater. Yeah, just probably a little bit sharper.
Feet cheese.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny. I hadn't seen that. I hadn't heard that, but that's funny. But I think the big thing that I thought was hilarious is the price of the screen, but not necessarily the screen, also the stand and the support that attaches the screen to the stand. So we can show that actually. It looks like a really nice screen. So I'm not going to knock their screen.
So 32-inch LCD.
Okay.
Not OLED.
OLED would be nice, but I mean...
Quantum dot or crystal dot or whatever you want to call that. Depending on when Samsung...
But the resolution looks great.
The resolution, 6K.
It's not too big, but it's a good monitor size.
Yeah, so they're advertising at a 6K, but it's not true 6K. It's Apple 6K. So we're going to take it off me real fast.
Okay, yep.
So I can open a new tab. Screen resolution.
So true 6K would be...
That's what I'm finding out now.
Probably...
Actually, we just do, because it would be...
I can't knock them too much on not true 6K, though, because most 4K monitors are not true 4K. They're usually like, 3820 by something rather than 4096, which I think would be true 4K. Did you find the resolution there? So I can't knock them too much on that.
So here's 4K resolution.
Okay.
We're going to jump.
So this is what I'm talking about. That's not true 4K.
But it's double 1080.
But it's double 1080. Okay.
It's quad 1080. It's two 1080s diagonally.
Yes.
So it shows in this... Please don't open up to a weird link. So yeah. So we got your four... Can we make
probably
this way bigger?
Open image in new tab.
Please work. Sweet.
Okay.
And then we're going to plus, plus, plus. There we go.
So you've got your 480 up at the top.
Right here.
Which is...
That's standard definition is what it's considered.
Yep. And then there's the 720, which is...
High definition.
HD. And then there's 1080.
And then they call it IRP because...
Interlaced or pixels.
Progressive.
Progressive, okay.
And that's considered FHD.
That's full HD.
Full HD, yeah. And then there's the 2160p, which is 4K.
4K.
And that's just 4
So
1080p.
it's, yep. So you could move this, you could duplicate this 1080p, move it here, move it here, move it here, move it here. Yeah. All my left and right is messed up, but you get the point. But that's not true 4K.
So they're saying 4K is 2160p, and we go over to the Apple thing. They have 6K as 3384. So it's... Is that actually right?
I don't know.
Is there a calculator button? Calc.
Oh.
There we go. We're good. 2160. I don't know how to do this math. Divided by 2. Times it by 3. Of course, that equals 1080. What am I thinking? 3240. So it was 6K according to the normal standard that we've been using so far. It should be 3240. So it's a little more.
It's better.
Unless they're using the 16 by 10 ratio instead of the 16 by 9.
Which would not surprise me, especially looking at that monitor.
Yeah.
It looks like it could very well be 16 by...
Apple 16 by 10 standard.
Or 16 by 8. It looks even...
That's not even the main point of this whole thing.
That's not the main point. I don't remember what the main point of this was. So my point was, it looks like a nice monitor, but it's super expensive. Retina means that it's essentially as good as your eye can see at the distance.
The distance it's meant to be seen at.
Yes, which... depending on the distance from your head.
Yeah.
Which we were looking at that kind of last week. I think after the stream.
Like a Retina TV is going to have a way lower pixel density. Than a cell phone screen.
Because a cell phone screen is going to be up close. And it's smaller.
Because I think a TV standard is 12 feet.
Okay. So generally you're going to be 12 feet from the TV.
And then I think laptop is either 2.5 or 2.
Okay. That seems about right here.
That's about right.
Yep.
And then phone, I think they say 18 inches.
Okay. So, yep. I probably hold it closer, but, you know.
So I
can
hold
see
it
that
really
range.
close when I'm sitting down or laying down. I'll hold it all the way up on my chest.
To kind of rest it.
But if I'm walking, I do full arm's length. Because I feel like it gives me a better peripheral.
Yeah, you're probably
when
right.
I'm moving.
Yep.
But yeah,
Anyway,
if I'm not moving.
my point was that it's a pretty nice screen, but it's super expensive. So if we played a little bit more, you'll see. Oh, they're comparing it to a normal. I don't
There's
know what
so
they're
many
comparing it
complaints
to.
about that.
It's weird because that. Here's the price. Oh, come on, man. Available in the fall. Here's the price of, they say, equivalent PC, and here's the price
Of the
There's the price
baseline.
of the baseline Mac Pro. $59.99.
Now this $59.99
Does not.
gets you an 8-core Xeon, 32 gigs of RAM, AMD WX 7100, which is just a fancy graphics card, and a quarter of a terabyte of storage. A quarter of a terabyte of SSD space.
For $8,200.
Is it still here? No. I have an SD card sitting around here somewhere that's half the size of this max storage space that's just sitting somewhere down here.
It's like $20.
Yeah.
Does that include the screen? Does that price include the screen? I'm going to look that up.
$59.99?
Yes.
No.
That does not include the screen.
No, it does not.
Here's the kicker. Show them the screen.
Keep going.
Keep going. This made me laugh. So, again, Apple Mac, there's the price. I don't know what that was.
There's a screen.
There's the screen, though. Again, it looks like a nice screen,
If we put our mouse right here,
but it's
only
$5,000.
It's a $50 screen now.
Can they see that?
Yeah, they can see my mouse.
Oh, they can see. Okay, yep.
We can make it a $500 screen.
Yep.
Or you can be an Apple and make it at that.
But it's
$5,000.
$5,000 screen.
It gets
Again,
better.
nice screen. If it was touch, even
And
that
it
wouldn't do it. I don't
Came
think.
with a used car,
Yeah.
preferably like a Toyota Corolla or something.
Yep, that's really expensive. But here's the kicker. Okay, that is the mount that goes on the back of the screen.
So if you want to mount it to something,
It's like if you wanted to mount it to a swing arm or something,
yeah,
or
like
the wall.
like an ergonomic mount.
But, wait for it, here's the kicker. $1,000 for the stand of the
Monitor.
yeah, so you have to buy the stand, you have to buy the mount, and you have to buy the monitor.
So I don't think you have to buy the mount and the stand. I think
You
it's
don't
an
think?
either or.
Okay,
'Cause
maybe
that
you're
looks
right.
like it.
It could be. I don't know. The stand or the mount on the left looks a lot bigger, but either way, it's not worth. That stand's not worth $800, dude. If I had this computer for some reason, if someone gave me this computer and it didn't have the mount, I would build it. I would literally build it out of 2x4s
Yeah.
for $5. Okay?
2x4s are a couple pieces of PVC piping.
Yeah, I would not pay $800 or $1,000 or whatever for that stand. That is insane. Let's hope we're still streaming. Yep. All right. That's insane.
So the best part about saying that you'll just build your own, back before
Or I could buy another one. You know.
No, back before I opened the business, I bought one of these,
Okay.
and then I went to my local hardware store,
We have one of those for our
and
TV.
I bought a 6-foot piece of galvanized steel piping.
Okay.
It was like $15 or something. I don't remember how much it was. And then I bought 2 of those plumber clamp things that you screw it and it just tightens. And I put it around the top here and the bottom, and I just clamped it to the pipe. And then I just shoved it into the desk. Just a hole in the desk. And I made my own monitor stand for like $20.
Yeah. That's insane.
Or you can buy a
$1,000.
really nice stand.
You could buy a lot of things for $1,000. A lot of things.
Oh, it's just that gets
That is
pretty good.
Crazy.
Then that's $1,000 for the stand. What
You
was
could
that?
maybe even buy an iPhone for that price. I don't think you could, but
Yeah, you definitely
it'd be
could.
close. That's insane. Insanely expensive. Let's see. We might be in 30 minutes.
24 minutes for me.
24 minutes. Talking about the Apple
We gotta move to the next topic, though.
Yes.
The next part of the Apple show was that I cared about.
Okay.
They talked about the Minecraft Earth.
Okay, do you want to actually find that in the video? Because they showed it briefly, I think, right at the very end.
Yeah.
But a couple other things they talked about was AR, which is augmented reality, which is kind of like virtual reality, except for with actual reality.
So here it is here. So she works with Mojang, which is owned by Microsoft, which is apparently working with Apple.
Which is really interesting, actually.
Very interesting.
Now that I think about that. So she is a real person. The table is a real table.
And then the cell phone screen you see, that's showing the whole thing, this is held by a man that's actually standing across from her. And in the WWDC full thing, you'll actually see him.
Yes.
This demo is like 15 minutes.
But then the stuff on the right side, the Minecraft stuff, that is all augmented reality. It's like overlaid over the actual scene. And one of the things that she does is she kind of waves, and the phone detects the wave, and then the little Minecraft guy waves his hands. It doesn't look like Steve, though.
No, it doesn't. That looks like a little custom skin.
Steve-ette. Looks like a custom Steve-ette skin.
So you thought this was kind of cool.
I mean, I think it's kind of cool. It can be fun for kids.
So I thought this would have been really cool before I played Vivecraft. VIVE Craft. Okay. We're going to jump over real fast.
So this is going to be virtual reality?
This
on the
is
HTC Vive? Is that Samsung's?
That's not Motorola. Oh, is it Motorola? HTC, yeah, HTC.
HTC
Vive.
is Samsung, right?
No, so I don't think it is. You can find that out.
Yeah.
I'll put this up on the screen. So I got the HTC Vive, and I got several Minecraft accounts. I love Minecraft. I thought Vivecraft would have been really, really cool. I haven't played it again since I played it the first dozen times. It's terrifying.
Okay, so HTC is not associated with Samsung, it looks like.
Okay.
But I think they
that would
work
partly
with Valve.
Yeah, they do work with Valve somehow.
Okay.
That makes sense because Samsung has their own goggles.
Yes, the Samsung,
Go or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
So HTC is a Taiwanese consumer electronics company is what it says. According to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. So I don't like Vivecraft.
You don't like Vivecraft? I thought you just said you did like it.
No, I wanted to like it really, really bad.
Okay.
It's way too buggy.
Okay.
What I could build in Minecraft on a computer in 5 minutes would take me all literal physical day in Vivecraft. It is so hard to get anything
Is that
done.
because the movement?
The movement is terrible.
I think that's going to be a big holdup.
And the sheer scale of Minecraft. Because in Minecraft, each block is a meter by 1 meter.
Yeah.
So you're only 2 blocks tall.
Yeah.
And in Minecraft, your character's only 2 blocks tall. The difference is you're not first person. You are first person, but
you don't have to move as much.
It's not. Yeah, it's a lot.
You just shift and W and spacebar and just bounce run.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you can get places fast, but I can imagine how much slower movement would be.
It's physically exhausting to play Vivecraft.
Do you have to actually do the whole...
So you can do that. It takes forever. Or you can point and pull the trigger.
Okay, yeah.
And it just...
I'm going to go ahead and guess you pointed and pulled the trigger.
Yeah, every couple minutes I'm like, this is really cool. And I cut down my own tree.
Yeah.
In Vivecraft, I cut down one tree. And then I started pulling the trigger because it was way too hard.
And then let's see.
So I really think it'd be I really like the augmented reality idea. What I would want augmented reality to do, though, is a geo-tracking on like one huge map. So anyone who played it played on the same map.
Oh, wow.
It would be
So you would actually be traveling.
It would be almost impossible because you would have to have a ton of servers to like have each server has its geolocation.
Yeah, and you'd like once you get into another county or district or whatever, you would pop onto the other server.
Yeah. But then that way,
kind of like chunks in Minecraft.
Yeah, I can go to the local park and build up something, and then my friend can go the next day and continue it.
That'd be kind of cool.
It'd be super cool.
All of the potential for griefers.
Griefers would be a really big...
That would be interesting.
And then profanity and other
and then there's
socially
the whole
non-acceptable things you can do.
And then there's the Pokemon Go dilemma, where if you build something in your backyard and some dude runs in your backyard to mess with your stuff. Kind of like with Pokemon Go, there'd be a rare Pokemon that appears in someone's backyard.
No trespassing.
Someone jumps the fence and just, So that would be another potential downside. But yeah.
But yeah, I don't like this reiteration where it's so local that I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah.
Because they showed in the WWDC that they were at that space on the table. They blew it up, and she was like the appropriate size.
Oh, a meter.
Yeah, and they put it on
meters,
stage.
Okay.
So you can move the maps and measure the maps out.
I think that could be a fun thing for kids, but that's
kids.
all I see.
Yeah. I wouldn't find any fun in that because it's
and
too limiting.
If you're an artistic person, I can see how that would be cool. To like build stuff in your house or whatever.
So this would be super cool if you got a bunch of those cheaper AR sets like Google Cardboard or something, and then did storytelling. So like if you go into a history museum.
Yes, that's where I can see this being really cool.
AR for a history museum would make me want to go to more history museums.
And you could change or any history museums, and you could change the displays really easily.
Yeah.
If you build something and then you have it swap out, or
and then
or like a nativity scene for like a church, or
the best part about doing cardboard headsets is you could just trash them.
Yeah.
It's like those 3D blue and red glasses that used to be in theaters.
If you don't know what we're talking about, the Google Cardboard is literally a piece of cardboard that you pop out of a cardboard sheet, and then it folds up around your phone and holds your phone right there. And there's a strap that goes around your head. He'll show you a picture of it. Yep, and then you just hold that up to your head. And it's the poor man's VR.
Yeah. But
it's not great, actually.
It's not great, but it's better than reading a book at a museum. I think this would be...
No offense, people who enjoy
reading books
at museums.
But we don't have the same taste and enjoyment.
Yeah. This could spice your life right on up. So it does have potential, but really that potential is not necessarily even the Minecraft stuff. That's just AR in general.
Yeah.
And Minecraft would be kind of a fun way.
It would be a really fun way to get kids into it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you could almost have a story that changes. Mm-hmm. So like a choose your own destiny history thing, where it's the forced choose your own destiny like Telltale's used to do with their Telltale games.
Okay.
So Telltale was like a choose your own destiny book.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a video game. And no matter what choice you made, it continued with the story. The characters just gave an excuse and then the story kept going the same way. And at the end, it synced you with all the other players who played the game on their servers. And you could see this many people played the game, made this bad decision along with you. It's like one of the choices in the zombie game was you come across a car that was fully loaded with gear, and there's nobody around. Do you take the gear, even though the hood of the car is warm, or do you leave it because it's somebody's stuff?
Okay.
And then if you take it, those people end up dying, I think, because you just took all their gear. Rip. But if you leave it, you find out that they died anyways.
Okay. So the story continues.
And it continues the exact same way.
Yeah.
Because then you end up having to lose the gear because zombies chase you or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they instantly make it so the story stays the same.
Mm-hmm.
But you find out who else was the good guy or the bad guy.
Who else stole their gear.
Yeah. And I think that would be super cool.
Let's see. Facebook avatars or cameras behind screens first?
We can do Facebook avatars. I have 2 likes. Woo.
Thank you for the likes, guys.
Sister and...
I don't
want to say people's names on the stream that goes to many channels.
Yeah, true. What do we say? Facebook. Okay.
Oh, actually, we at that 30-minute mark.
Oh,
34:12.
Time to shout out to our sponsors, Jmart Media and Nephew Tech.
And that white spot that's no longer on the wall.
Whoa, you cleaned it off?
I cleaned it off.
Nice. Looks nice.
Look at how beautiful this wall is. This is where we put our sponsors, but instead we're thanking the wall.
We're looking at the wall. Come on, guys.
The first week where there's that white crud.
Apple, if you want to sponsor us,
we will tease less about your cheese grater that's $6,000.
Yeah.
$5,999 plus taxes. I'm sure shipping. You probably don't get free shipping.
Nope. Not even included free shipping. All right. So, Facebook's avatars.
Woo.
And then there's a mention of Bitmoji in there, too.
Yeah.
Do you know what Bitmoji is? Because
So, my understanding of Bitmoji is it's a Snapchat thing. I'm not 100% sure on this.
Okay.
I feel really old not knowing this. But essentially, you get to create your own little avatar.
Okay.
Bitmoji is just another name for an avatar. And it comes like predefined with a bunch of expressions. And so instead of just saying how you feel, you can have this little cartoon version of you tell people how you feel.
Interesting.
From my understanding of how this works.
Yeah, that's what it appears.
It's super stupid way of communicating, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
I don't know how people do that. Facebook's doing the exact same thing, though. So Facebook's creating their own variation of Bitmoji.
So they're going to have some kind of app that lets you design a avatar to kind of...
You can either make it look like you or look like someone else.
It doesn't really matter. But you just decide how it looks.
Yeah.
One thing that I did see, it's not going to be based off a picture of you. So it's not automatically created to prevent, what did it say, bias?
Yeah.
So if you were a heavier person, it would...
Yeah, it would.
They don't want to accidentally inflate
over
you
around your face or something.
Yeah. So they want to avoid that. So you have to customize it
Which
yourself.
Which is the better thing to do, because trying to guess someone's skin tone color and turn it into a Bitmoji is a terrible idea.
Yeah. That would probably be some more Facebook scandals. Although somewhat humorous in my opinion. Yeah. But yeah, so you can change things about your little character, throw it in apparel that reflects your style. And you can use the avatar to, I don't know, I guess one thing that it does say is that you can use your avatar in group chats. So if you want to retain some anonymity in group chats for whatever reason.
In Facebook group chats.
Yeah. Which I don't know how, I guess if you were in a group chat with people who weren't your friends, you could kind of...
I wonder if they know what the name of their company is.
Avatar book. So, yeah. I don't know.
So, I'm actually in a couple Facebook group chats where I don't know more than over half of the people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not Facebook pages or Facebook groups. It's just a group chat a friend made and threw a bunch of their friends and their friends threw some friends in.
Okay.
And it's just people who like to hang out together.
Okay.
Because we all get along.
Yeah.
And I don't know most of them. And it's called Facebook. And everything I say has my name
and
with my
face
with my face next to it, and it's a beautiful thing because when we go to hang out,
you can recognize.
I can recognize people. I was like, "Oh, you're the one that said that," or "You're
the
one
dude with that emoji that has the mohawk."
Yeah,
not quite the same thing.
It's not gonna work. I don't understand why you would want to use emojis.
Yeah.
Now, arguably, when I use Facebook chat or any type of chat thing, I use the thumbs down, thumbs up, sad face, happy face, laughing face, hearts face all the time. Because it's a quick way to say, I saw it, here's my reaction, without having to put any more effort into it. I'm not going to put the effort of finding a Bitmoji to do that, or a Facebook avatar. Isn't there a thingy with the emotions? Like, there's all basic emotions...
I don't know, like a keyboard or something?
No, like, I thought there was a study like done in the 1800s.
Oh.
With the most basic psychological emotions. Yeah, and it's like love, optimism,
Can
submission.
we show
that? Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this.
Woo!
Pretty.
But there's like a ton of these different ones from... Of course it doesn't.
F11. Ish.
No,
it's a little bigger.
Oh well. But it does like the basic emotions. But I think Facebook would be better off instead of doing avatars with a ton of emotions, just to put like the general ones across.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because it's like, oh, I saw it, I agree, or I saw it and I disagree. I saw it and I love it. I saw it and I'm sad.
I laughed.
Yeah.
I'm angry.
And I think that's enough to get the point across. Because that's kind of like, I see that more as telling people your facial expressions rather than saying words. So when you converse with people, 90% of the conversation's not in words. It's how their hands move or their face looks. And I think that the emojis help with the faces.
Uh-huh.
The Bitmojis, I think, are trying to replace the faces and the words.
Yeah.
Because they're so much bigger than a little icon at the bottom of their text.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I might be completely wrong, and people might actually like these Bitmoji avatar things.
Yeah. Nowadays, it might catch on. Part of the goal of this thing is, I guess.
Wow, a lot of people just joined.
Hey guys.
Watch it on YouTube, because I need the view count so that YouTube will show me on more people.
Part of the reason, it's been theorized, I could say, that part of the reason they're going towards this Bitmoji thing, Facebook's going towards this Bitmoji thing, is because a lot of younger people are going straight to Instagram, Snapchat, not Facebook. So part of the reason that they're adding these Bitmojis, or I guess I shouldn't call them Bitmojis, but avatars, is to draw in the younger crowd.
I can't believe Facebook just hasn't bought Snapchat yet.
We were talking about that last week, weren't we? We thought that Facebook...
And it wasn't Snapchat, it was some other chat.
It was Instagram.
They own Instagram and another chat.
WhatsApp, yeah.
WhatsApp, yeah.
That would be interesting if Facebook tried to buy Snapchat, because then you got all the Monopoly stuff. Which we are also going to be talking about tonight if we have time.
Oh, we'll definitely have time. We got a whole 15 minutes left or something.
We haven't talked about cameras behind screens yet.
Okay, so you liked cameras behind screens.
Yes, so let's pull up the article.
Oh, article sources. WWDC, Apple. Minecraft Earth was also at the WWDC.
Yes.
Facebook avatars we got from Engadget. And cameras behind screens. Original source is Ars Technica. I don't know who we're going to be reading it from. I mean, it's more the general idea that I want to talk about than the actual use of them.
Oh, really?
Cameras behind screens. It's really good for phones because you won't have the notch. You won't have the stupid little chin bar where it's the extra black. I mean, I have a black background. It doesn't help.
But, yeah, it'll be more slim, less bezel.
Yeah, less chin and forehead.
Yep. Depending on where your speakers are.
Yeah.
But basically, the way that the camera behind the screen works is it's Xiaomi, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Xiaomi.
Xiaomi.
Xiaomi looks like they're going to be the first one to implement this. But basically, there's a camera behind the screen, and when you're using the camera, the pixels in the screen over the camera turn off to allow the screen to be a little bit more transparent.
Okay.
But it's basically like a one-way mirror where the camera can see through the screen to minimize the profile of the...
One of my curiosities is if the pixels that are in front of the camera lens, if they're going to die faster. Because they're going to have to be... I don't know how thin these pixels already are, if they're thin enough to be seen, but they're going to have to be even... They're going to be really thin to be seen through.
That's a good point.
Because I know with like iPhone screens, when you place them on iPhones, when they're out, you could just take your phone flashlight and you can shine it through the screen.
Because it has the black backlight or whatever? And...
Yeah, because it's already super transparent.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you can see the light come through. You can't see it crystal clear.
Yeah.
But it's already thin enough and transparent enough that it can shoot some light through.
Okay.
I'm curious on how much thinner these have to be to get picture quality through.
Yeah. But anyway, I think it's a cool idea. I think it'll catch on.
I think it's going to catch on, which is...
Okay, good. So I'm glad we're agreed on that.
For phone screens, I like it.
Yes.
For everything else, I dislike it.
For privacy reasons?
Mostly privacy reasons.
Okay.
Because the amount of screens I own in a house is astronomical.
Yeah.
And with the Huawei thing, with maybe spying, probably not, but we're not sure because our Chinese thing going on. if you're able to hide a camera anywhere behind any screen of any product you sell, all of a sudden you have a lot of places to hide cameras.
Yeah, now instead of putting something over your webcam,
You have to put a piece of tape over your screen. Because I've actually done services where I've charged people to take their bezel off, and I pull out the webcam module. It's just like a little tiny stick.
Yep.
And then I put their bezel back onto their laptop, and I'll charge them a couple bucks just because they don't want the microphone or the webcam on their computer.
Yeah.
I was like, most people aren't going to want to see you in the least offensive way.
Yeah.
But it's that idea that it could happen to them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think the bigger thing really is the microphone. Because you can say things that you don't want people to overhear easier than someone can see
something that they don't.
Yeah.
You don't want them to see.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the camera solution is still really easy. You just close the laptop. I mean, you couldn't see me do it, but yeah,
a nice little
just barely.
Yeah.
Perfect. But yeah, you can definitely hide cameras easier now.
Okay, I can see that aspect of it being a negative, but in general, I think that it's a good move.
Yeah. So
for phones.
This also leads back to an Apple thing that wasn't in the WWDC.
Okay.
The iPod Touch. I don't know if we talked about it last week.
No, I don't think so.
They're releasing a new one.
Wow. Why?
That's exactly what everyone says.
Is it cheap?
It's super cheap for an Apple product. It's only $299.
That's why. Then.
$299.
This is going to be for
the base model.
Like 3-year-old and below kids.
That's what everyone's assuming. The other assumption, which was on the WAN show with Linus Tech Tips, is it's for privacy nerds who are afraid of cell phone tracking. Because you can't have an ISP, so you can't connect to data. So you can't use Google Maps, you can't make phone calls, you can't do SMS texting. You can still do Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram.
On Wi-Fi.
And anything on Wi-Fi. So your privacy's...
Okay.
I mean, if you're using Wi-Fi, you're already being tracked.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand how... I think it's for kids 3 and under.
Yeah. That was my... I had not heard they were coming out with an iPhone, and that was my... Or
iPod.
Yeah,
on one of the side products.
Yeah, I haven't seen an iPod in forever. But yeah, that was my first thought is like...
Because now...
Because all the kids have phones now, too.
Every kid over 8 has a phone.
So this has got to be for someone else, because they already have phones. So.
And at this low price point...
Yeah.
It's going to be for 3-year-olds.
Yeah. That's my thought.
Because I was talking with a friend on this a few days ago. I would rather have a kid talking on a phone than Snapchatting.
Yeah.
Because talking on a phone is words. Snapchatting is pictures.
Yeah.
With words. So I don't know.
And videos, yeah. Yeah.
Who the product's for? Because at $300, still really expensive to give a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I would just get like a $20 Android phone.
Cost $100. Yeah. It's lasted over a year.
You're over 3.
Lasted over a year. Sorry, power up and power down, or volume up and volume down button.
I swear that's the last of Apple today.
Is it though?
No, crap. Good
There's
Lord.
Technically 2 more articles. You want to talk about the
Microsoft. So if you don't know what Microsoft Remote Desktop is, you're fine because you won't use it anyways. If you know what Microsoft Remote Desktop is, you're fine because you work in a corporate and you have an IT staff. I don't know who this is for. But what's it? Microsoft Remote Desktop Services, which is a thing where you can remote into your computer using a Microsoft web service instead of LogMeIn or TeamViewer or Google Chrome desktop remote support. Or
VLC or whatever.
Yeah,
one or the other.
Apparently, there's a little
VNC.
Security flaw in there where a worm is capable of being programmed to happen. So they're urging everyone who uses Microsoft Remote Desktop Services to update. I didn't think it was that big of news, but it was pretty much on all the news articles. So if you use it, update it. If you don't use it, don't worry about it. That's really all that there is on that one. I just needed that extra bullet point for this week, honestly.
Yeah.
We're going to put that in the description also. We're going to get that.
And the next topic I think is pretty interesting. You'll probably think it's interesting too, is Google's DeepMind.
I really like this.
And the article's from extremetech.com, and it's talking mainly about Google's AI playing games, multiplayer games. So rather than playing simple games, these are much more complex games with multiple people who can do anything they want to with friendlies and enemies. So there's pretty much limitless kind of situations that can occur in this game.
What was that thing called? Microsoft Remote Desktop.
Remote desktop, yeah.
So one thing I really liked about this is not gonna work if I'm typing and talking, was that this Google DeepMind, they did one of the playthroughs. So if you don't know that Google DeepMind, he probably just explained it. YouTube Code Bullet. This dude does.
Dude, I've watched some of his videos. They're sweet.
This guy's a genius.
Artificial intelligence and machine learning.
A little bit of profanity. Watch out for that. But
not too bad.
He's not terrible. He's a genius, and he shows really well on how AI works without getting overly nerdy.
Yes.
Because I understand it. I have no idea how he does it, but I understand why he does what he does.
So basically, I guess kind of one of the concepts of machine learning is you have a player object, which is the computer, and you give it something to measure its success. So, for example, let's say you're wanting your AI computer machine player thing to follow a path. You'd start the thing off in one direction and then judge how well it got towards its goal of getting to a specific location.
Yep.
And then one way you can do it is like more of the evolution or adaptation version, which is where the machines or AI or player objects that did bad get eliminated, and you create more objects that are like the ones that did good.
Yes.
Which is kind of like survival of the fittest. And then eventually, as some of these player objects get good at following a path, they kind of, I don't know, are all that's left. Kind of as a basic way of explaining part of machine learning.
Yeah, so the way Cobol does is like that. He tells them that he makes the AI. Well, he builds the game first, and he makes the AI, and he says, "Here's the controls. Here's the point value you want to increase," and then he just starts.
So one of his was I don't know if you've seen it.
That bike one.
What's it called? Hill climb racing.
Yeah, hill climb racing.
So it's a 2D game. You've got your little map here. That's a big hill, and you've got your car, which is right here.
Oh, we're about to blow people away with this.
Oh. This is Code Bullet, you'll see it. But essentially the goal of the car is to get up the hill. And
here he is.
Yep, okay. Just let him take it away. This is him designing the game and like graphics and blah blah blah.
So this is how he technically explained. Yeah, this is him coding.
Of course.
And so here is his AI trying to figure out the controls.
And the little dots you saw up top there were different parameters, like the speed or the acceleration.
Here's gassing and there's braking there. And so you can see for car angle, if they want to gas it or brake
depending on how it's pointing up or down.
So yeah, this is what the AI can detect. Yeah, these are its senses.
Those are the kind of inputs.
And those are the actions it can do.
So it can either accelerate or decelerate. And those are the only two things the car does in this game.
And then, so this is generation 3. And then I believe in this game, he has 100 iterations in each generation. So there's 100 of these dudes for every generation. So there's 300. And the best one out of all 3 generations made it 584 feet.
Yep. And so the next generations have kind of values that are more similar to the AI that did good.
Yeah. And so that's pretty much what DeepMind is, except way fancier.
Yeah.
We're not cool.
The kind of well, I would say for AI in general, it can be a lot more precise, and it can master something better.
So I think,
but it takes a long time.
I think one of the things that was with this DeepMind is one of the times through, it didn't tell it what was winning, how to win, or even how to play the game.
Okay.
It told it the controls, and that
Okay.
was all it gave it.
Hmm.
And from the controls, because in Quake, so I believe it was the one where they did capture the flag. So in Quake, it's like a big
Is this
map.
Quake here?
Yes, that's
Okay.
Quake. So it's a giant big map, and capture the flag. So you have two teams, one on each side. This mazed map, and one team's red, and one team's blue. And the red team didn't know anything when they started. And blue team didn't know anything, and it played against itself.
Okay.
Hundreds and hundreds of iterations, and
Thousands.
Yeah,
Thousands.
yeah, a lot. And so red team didn't know anything, but as each iteration went through, red team found each player that the AI was controlling found out like, oh, there's a red section that's safe, that's for us. And then as it just randomly adventured out, found out that there's places that aren't red safe spaces. It's just map. And then it eventually found blue space. It was like, whoa, this is not red and this is not white open space. It's another team. And then it found a player from the other team, and it started I guess it started shooting and taking over, and it found out that the other team was bad to them. And then it eventually wandered in and found the flag, and it was like, oh, all of a sudden I got this special achievement.
Yeah.
And then it eventually found out that after it grabs the flag, if it got back to the red side, not the blue or the white, but back to the red, it gained a point. I was like, whoa, that was good.
Yeah.
And then it eventually found out that you should run from the red side to the white to the blue, grab the flag, back to the white, back to the red to get a point and not die.
Okay.
Over a lot of iterations.
Yes. And when we say a lot of iterations, what we mean is, in the article it states...
You did find it?
450,000. Yeah. So it's... Let me see. Back to where... Google's DeepMind. So it's underneath the video.
Researchers create a fleet of artificial intelligence players that train themselves to master Quake 3's Capture the Flag game mode by playing 450,000 matches while using DeepMind's learning technology on random, procedurally generated maps.
Somewhere else it says it's roughly 4 years of practice for a human. So I divided it by... Oh, that's actually incorrect math. Hold on. Let me see. So 4,500 divided by 365. So this would be... Well, actually, I'll divide it by 4. So that would be a human playing 1,112... No, 112,000 games a year.
Oof.
So that's a lot of games a year. Let's divide that by 365. So this is how many times the human would... This is the equivalent of a human playing 308 times a day. 308 games a day.
Good lord.
So this would be equivalent of a human playing for 4 years straight without stopping. You would expect it to be good.
The other thing though is all the DeepMind got was, here is the control pad, and no experience. Because if you put me in front of, I've never played Quake 3 before, or Quake 2, or Quake 1, or Quake 4, whatever there is.
You would destroy it.
I would destroy DeepMind in the first 2,000 iterations, I bet.
Oh, way more than that. I think the first 300,000.
They said, it was in one of their articles. They said that by 450, by the end of it, it
beating proficient players more often than not.
It was
right?
By 17 points on Capture the Flag.
Okay.
Which is a lot of points. That's 17 times more.
Yeah. So I think that AI can be very precise and very good when it's been trained a lot.
Yeah.
But it just takes a long time to train it to be even decent.
Yeah. Now, the benefit of the AI, though, is that it doesn't take...
It doesn't take 4 years.
It takes...
Because you can run multiple simulations
at the same time.
At the same time, yeah. So there's a difference there, but...
I think it's really cool.
I think it's scary, but...
I like this
it's neat
more
that
than I
did it.
like the DeepMind... Mona Lisa fakes, where they were using the Mona Lisa...
The deep fakes.
Yeah, the deep fakes.
Which is faking video, using AI to fake video.
That's a lot scarier, in my opinion, than a bunch of robots who are really good at playing video games.
I agree, yes. But the fact of the matter is they're going to use this for...
Because military training.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it can be a thing. Oh, Lord. I really don't want to talk about Apple more, but they're two of the 3 topics left.
Yep.
We got 3 more topics. And how many more minutes? We got
3 more minutes? 2 more minutes? 1 more minute?
40 seconds.
Okay. Oh, and then I've got to talk about my brief project, which is not that much. Hey, guys. Thanks for...
Jumping in. Bitmojis are more customizable than emojis. It makes it more personal than just a standard icon.
Okay, yep. So it's kind of like the Facebook avatars, where you customize it to your liking, I guess.
I guess that's the idea, is that using Bitmojis or avatars is more personal.
More personal, yeah. That's what it says, actually, on Bitmoji's website. The first heading is, your personal emoji.
I'll pull that up real fast. That can't be a coincidence. There you go. Bitmoji, your personal emoji.
And it looks like you can implement it in games too. Probably Facebook, or I guess not Facebook games,
Yeah.
but Snapchat games. You can put it on your Snapchat. So yeah, it is kind of like a personalized emoji.
I still don't understand why people would use them.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
There's the 3 topics left.
Yes.
Let's do the one that's not about. They're kind of in order
all
though.
about Apple.
All right, so Apple home automation, not iPod Home, but whatever you call it, iHome. HomePod, there we go. Something. Apparently the HomePod has a nice little security feature now where it can detect who's speaking to it in the house.
Really creepy, first off.
It's really, 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 really good. It's fantastically good. It is important for the device to know who's talking to it.
But the fact that it does means that, I don't know, you can get an audio clip of somebody in.
So I really like this part of the headline.
Yeah.
This is about where the ending of the like goes.
Yeah.
Because the reason that anyone really cared about it is in this article, it goes, finally, with iOS 13, the HomePod can identify who is speaking to it, eliminating those embarrassing moments when your 12-year-old or family friend can have it read out your saucy messages or stop your drunk friends from sending dirty messages to your mom. So I can't go over to Jesse's house and say, okay, Apple or whatever this does, text
Siri,
Jesse,
probably.
text mom, saucy message. It won't do it. It might send it to my mom, actually, because I wonder if it could detect other people's friends' voices after a while. Like Siri, learn this person's voice, and it just has you say hey 15 times or whatever.
I mean, if it's sending it to their cloud service,
Yeah,
and you have an iPhone.
Yeah, but I like it for this reason, that it keeps people from screwing with your device.
Yeah.
Because the best thing to do with someone who has an Android device is to take their phone and say, okay, Google, send blank to blank. My phone just vibrated. There it goes. And anyone can do it to your phone.
Yeah.
This will help stop it, which is fantastic. I can't wait till home automation gets far enough to tell when you are impaired. And it will home automation will help take care of you.
So won't let you get in your car.
Yeah, it won't let you get in your car, or it will auto lock your locks on the house. So hey, you shouldn't go outside.
Yeah.
But then
That's terrible though.
It's terribly creepy, but it could really save you. The other thing I think would be really cool
Talk
is
about robots taking over the world, locking you in
Yeah.
your house.
like the Alexa hockey pucks.
Okay.
You buy them, you put them in every room of your house.
We have one at work.
With the mic, because they have microphones on them, right?
Yep.
If they can detect when you're in the room and just auto turn on the lights for you.
Yeah.
So when I walk into where my computer is, it will auto turn on the room light, turn on the computer, turn on my monitors, and it will preset everything.
Yeah.
What would be even cooler is to have it on outlets, and you can say, okay, I need the oven on, and it will auto turn on the oven to a set temperature, 375 is a pretty standard temperature or whatever.
Or you could tell it a temperature.
I don't know if there's automated ovens yet for safety reasons.
Oh, yeah. True. Alexa, burn down my house.
Yeah.
Or burn down someone else's house.
So I think the beginning of this, where they're trying to get it so it can detect voices, is a great idea. But if it knows the difference in voices, it knows who's talking in your house.
Yeah, which is the creepy thing.
It gets a lot creepier when we get to the next article.
Well, here we go, boys.
Next article. Apple is being accused of selling user data. So I hope.
Speaking of Apple privacy,
I sure hope you don't have it. Oh Lord. So it's not only being accused; it's being sued. So it's not like, hey,
it's past the just, hey, someone has said this.
Yeah, it's past that creepy point where Alexa was sending snippets of messages and was like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
This is a lot farther than that. So not Google. Thank God it's not Google. Apple's being sued by customers for unlawfully selling information about their iTunes purchases, as well as personal data. This data allegedly was sold to third parties, which resulted in the plaintiffs getting a barrage of unwanted junk mail at their home addresses and email inboxes, end quote. According to the court document, third parties can buy the data for $136 per 1,000 users, which is as little as 14 cents per user.
And this is from Captain Chaos over at the Linus Tech Tips forum.
Yeah, thank you, Linus. And Captain Chaos. We're stealing your forum news. So, on the bright side, WWDC, Apple announced that they are canceling iTunes. They're getting rid of iTunes, so half the problem solved. Now, if they just stop selling user data, they'd solve the other half.
So there's a quote down here from Captain Chaos quoting someone, I'm not sure, Bloomberg or something else.
Yeah.
It says that data that Apple discloses includes the full names and home addresses of its customers, together with the genres and, in some cases, the specific titles of the digitally recorded music that its customers have purchased via the iTunes Store and then stored in their devices' Apple Music libraries. Their full names and home addresses.
Which I guess is how, in the beginning of it, a barrage of unwanted junk mail to their home address or email inbox. Yeah, because it's one thing for them to sell first name, last name, email address. It's another thing to sell first name, last name, home address.
Yeah.
That's super scary. Thank you for not owning Apple products.
And then we've got another all the tech companies article. All the big one.
Google, Facebook, Apple, and I think there's a couple other.
FANG. Have you heard of FANG before?
No, never. Actually.
In the computer science industry, FANG is the big four tech companies. Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google. I think it's Netflix anyway.
There's no way Netflix is considered a tech giant.
I think so.
Is it really?
Let me look it up.
Why is it not Amazon?
It's probably Amazon, actually, yeah. FANG. Yep, you're right. Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Wait.
Not Apple?
Wait. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, it's the most popular companies.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be funny.
When you think tech giants, it's those companies.
Yeah. Apparently not Apple. But anyway.
So I think this is pretty stupid, and it's not going to progress the way we want it to as citizens of the United States of America.
Okay.
Because I like the idea of it.
You like the idea of them being split up? Anti-monopolized?
Yeah,
or?
To make big megacorps a little less megacorpy. I don't think it's going to work.
I'm kind of half broken on the issue. Because on the one hand, I want the government to just stay out of businesses.
Yeah.
But I also think that the whole monopoly thing is kind of a little... It's gotten a little bit...
What's that
insane
company called in Wall-E? The Buy and Save, Big and Large? Oh, what are they? I think we're getting closer and closer to that, though.
With Amazon, yep. And
yeah, whatever that mega company is in Wall-E, we're getting a lot closer to that, I'm afraid. And I see this as a way to help prevent it. I don't see it happening. I think, if anything, that the companies will just pick up, buy a continent and then just own a continent. I don't think it's out of
the question
that a few of them can just put the money towards buying
Yeah.
a giant piece of land. And the worst part about that is people would move there and to work there.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is promise the minimum living requirements, and
It'll
people,
be the utopia.
Yeah. We know how well that worked, right, Disney?
Yeah.
The land of tomorrow. Woo.
Wow.
But I really hope that we could get that utopian world where you can cut down some of these giant monopolies like Facebook if it bought Snapchat. What else would you use? The only thing that Facebook wouldn't own then is an ISP. Ironically, which Google does own. Google is an internet service provider.
Yeah. Google-fi.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all of our topics. Let me pull out my other project.
Oh yeah, project updates.
Oh man.
This is arguably the best part of the show.
I don't have it in my pocket.
But we're 1 hour 10 minutes, so we're technically done with the show.
Oh man, I don't have it in my pocket.
You don't have it in your pocket. Uh-oh. You got it in your bag?
My bag's out in the car. Anyway, I'll kind of tell you. You've worked with 3D printers, right?
No.
No? Really?
Never.
Me neither. Still haven't worked with 3D printers. But what I have done is work with a laser cutter.
Haven't done that either.
So a laser cutter, basically, I guess it's kind of like a CNC machine
It's
for
laser
cardboard
that
and
cuts.
wood.
Okay.
Yeah. So you give it a vector image, which I built with Inkscape, and it traced out a little piece of wood to replace a part of my drone.
Oh.
Which I wish I had the part to show you, but it was part of the camera mount that had broken.
Okay. That little side panel thing?
Yes, the little side panel. So you've got the little side panels, and then the camera mount sits right there, notched into the side pieces.
Yeah.
So it can tilt up and down. But anyway, I thought it was kind of a cool project. So I might...
So do you own a laser cutter now?
I do not, but I went to a makerspace.
Okay. Oh, I went to one 5 years ago.
Okay. Was it called the Hackerspace back then?
I'm gonna ask the location after the show. But
Yeah.
I think you went to when I did.
The place that I went to actually just moved.
Oh, okay.
And there was a hackerspace in our city, and they're no longer here.
Not that hacker.
Yeah, like a
twisting a screwdriver hacker.
Yeah. And they ended up having some internal political issues and ended up shutting down. And then the makerspace, kind of a lot of the people who were part of the hacker space.
So I
kind of
really
broke
liked
into
the
the maker.
idea of the hackerspace.
Yeah, me too.
It was really expensive when I went.
The place that I went to is $50 a month.
Really expensive. I think that's what it was before.
Yeah.
To me, that's outrageous to go to use some tools.
Yep. And nowadays, the one that I went to has like 5 3D printers. They have metalworking stuff. They have 2 laser cutters.
Okay.
And they have sewing machines for cosplay stuff or just general sewing. They have, like I said, a lot of metalworking, welding.
Yeah. Do you know what the quality level of it is? Like those 3D printers, you can buy $150
they're
3D
nice.
printers. They're nice
they're
ones.
nice, yeah.
Okay.
Not super nice.
Not $7,000.
Not $7,000, but
nice enough
pretty
that it'd be
nice.
worth $50 to get something printed rather than
maybe
buying one.
So I have not got a membership yet.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about it, and they're also kind of still expanding, and they just moved locations.
Yeah.
So they're still getting everything set up, but they were kind of interested in drones as well.
Okay.
So we'll see if...
Yeah, when I went, it was a very small location, and they were doing like the open house style. They were
That's
just
what this was as well.
inviting people.
Mhm.
And then they said that I could come back for one more time just to see what it was like a normal time.
Okay.
And I never went back because it was super tiny, super dingy. A lot dirtier than this house. And it was kind of cool, but I think I was too young to understand how cool some of those tools are.
Yeah. This was probably a 400 by 100 warehouse. So it was big.
It was a lot bigger.
Yeah, it was really big.
Yeah, the one I went in was about the size of this garage, 20 by 20 or so.
Yeah.
It wasn't big.
This place has, if you're a part of this place, you probably already know where we're located.
Yeah.
But if you're not, anyway.
You don't need to know.
But yeah. So there's about a little bit over 100 memberships. Okay. And a membership goes for the family as well. When I went, it was a Friday night, and there was 3 members there, and me, and then some other girl came to the open house as well.
Okay.
But I was kind of surprised how few people there were. I think part of that has to do with the heat and the fact that they just moved.
Yeah.
And Friday night, I guess people are busy partying or something.
Yeah. It's probably a lot busier on like Sunday evenings.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see if I'll probably go back for an open house at least. And depending on how they feel about drones, I could be interested in getting a drone racing type league.
That would actually be really cool.
Yeah. So I'll just have to talk to them about that and see. Yeah. In terms of safety and liability.
Yeah.
Because who would be interested?
I'd be interested in something like that because it's kind of like joining a YMCA for nerds.
Exactly. Yep. That's what it is.
It is.
Yep.
But I can't justify $2 a day.
Yeah.
For a membership.
A little bit high. One thing that they do.
Yeah. Keep going.
Is you can teach classes. So if you want to teach a class on how to use the CNC machine or the laser
so they'll let
cutter,
you rent space essentially.
They'll let you rent space. It's kind of expensive to rent space.
Oh.
But you can teach classes anytime, and they split the profits, or they split the price, not the profits necessarily.
Now, when you say split the profits, are people paying for the class, or do you get part of that a little bit of membership money?
No, people pay for the class. So outside people can come and take the class for say $40.
So you're literally just renting space. And then people that are members can know about your classes, but then it's open to everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
So if I were to teach a drone class and charge $60, they take 30, I take 30. So it's a way to kind of pay back your membership, help other people out at the space, and gain more kind of advertising.
You get all the members, which are people that you want to advertise to, are going to know about you.
Yep. And it also advertises the makerspace to other people who might be interested in drones and gets them in the door.
Yeah, and space isn't free.
Yep.
They have to pay for the lights and the AC and the tools. And
so right now I think they're about cutting even, but they're hoping to get some more members so they can continue buying equipment and expand.
I think if they were a little cheaper, I would be way more interested.
Yeah.
I pay about that much for internet.
Yeah.
And I fought for 3 hours on the phone for this internet.
Yeah.
But no, that's definitely interesting. I'm going to talk to you more about that off camera.
Yeah, definitely. You can come to one of the open houses. All right, boys and girls and ladies and men.
Don't forget, if you're watching on my Facebook or you see this before I delete it off my Facebook, to go over to YouTube and subscribe to YouTube.
I have a lot of characters because we don't have custom URLs yet.
It's literally in the description on my Facebook. It says, you should really watch this on YouTube with a link. Click the link and hit subscribe. If you are on YouTube, either on Nephew Tech or
Jmart Media,
you should still hit subscribe.
Yes.
How close are you to 100?
I'm at 61 right now.
61.
Yeah.
Screw me. Go subscribe to him. Let's get that 100 so that I can get that SSD.
Good news is we're still streaming on YouTube. We're still streaming on his YouTube. And we're still streaming on Facebook.
Okay.
So, if you'd like to find out how we're doing the stream, you can check out one of my videos.
I watched it.
My most recent video.
On 3 different channels.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
So that's why I now have 7 views on it. I was expecting it to take off a little bit more. I think I need to share it more places. Yeah. But yeah, it's titled something like How to Multi-Stream to Multiple Platforms or something. And it talks about how we are streaming to 3 different channels for free using OBS and a command line tool called FFMPeg.
Legally for free.
Legally for free, yeah. We didn't pirate any software. We didn't do anything like that. The CPU is not killing because it only encodes once.
I was looking at the disk usage also, because it's going to read off the disk twice.
True.
I thought. Disk usage is really low.
It should be reading off it twice, but...
Okay.
And then Ethernet is...
So we're doing 3 streams.
Interestingly low. It's 14, okay.
Yeah, send rate is bouncing between 11 and 14.
So that's about, 4 to 5 megabits
per second.
each.
Yeah. So
pretty good quality.
Yeah, you can easily dual stream or triple stream like we are this week. I recently upgraded internet so that we would have enough bandwidth.
Yes.
Looks like we're actually going to have enough.
Yes, which is great.
So we might be able to do like 13, 14 streams next week. No. One curious thing, on your YouTube, scroll down a little bit.
Yes.
And look at stream health. I've had 0 things. When I first...
What's that right here? Stream health.
No data. Cool. Because, yeah, mine says at 8 p.m., okay, check resolution. But I assume that's when it was coming in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no errors on upload or anything. and we only have an i7, but it's an i7 and it's running at 45% utilization. This is a really good setup. I was about to spend $500 on some software.
Yes.
This dude's a genius. Go watch that video. Do this.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think we're pretty much done.
Yep. That's it, guys. Join us next week to tech about the latest tech news
And projects.
and projects, and that's it.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to say
I don't know.
something.
I didn't know what you were supposed to say there.
Oh, okay.
But
We'll tech about whatever we're
let's
supposed to say.
tech about that.